Animals are cool, and one of the things that makes them cool are their adaptations, specializations that allow them to thrive in different environments. If you're like me and are fascinated by animals, join me as we explore the animal world around us. Because it's time for Cool Creatures.
Okay, we're only in about 6 or 8 feet of water, and we've been snorkeling this area for a little while now, and we've found probably 4 or 5 of these octopus dens. And so we're going to go down to the main one here. We've seen a lot of shells collected. Let's go ahead and deploy the reef cam and see if he's home.
From their high intelligence, to their ability to change color and shape, to their predatory behavior, there are plenty of reasons the octopus is a cool creature. Related to snails, slugs, and clams, the octopus lost its shell and is a cephalopod, a close relative to the squid. As the octopus does not have a shell for protection, it has had to come up with other adaptations to be successful. Arguably, the most important of these is its high intelligence. It has a decentralized nervous system, and each of its 8 arms is capable of tasting, touching, and making decisions independent of the central brain. With the highest brain-to-body ratio of any invertebrate, octopus are able to navigate mazes and solve tasks for food rewards. The first clue we had found in octopus den was the shell debris outside the den entrance. The pile of debris, called a midden, can be used to seal off the den's entrance and act as a refuse pile, keeping the den itself clean. Included in this octopus midden was a large conch shell, which attracted our eye to the pile of shells and then the octopus den itself. The common octopus is a predator and hunts for crabs and bivalve mollusks, and outside the den was littered with shells from clams, scallops, mussels, and oysters. And this brings us to another adaptation for feeding. Octopus are venomous and can drill holes in the shells of their prey to inject a neurotoxin and paralyze their prey, making it easier for them to open up their shells. While all octopus are venomous, very few pose any danger to humans, and the common octopus falls into this category. About 5 minutes after the reef cam was deployed, the octopus sent its first warning signal. It used a jet of water to send sand and debris at the reef cam. This continued to escalate over a 10-minute period, where it sent larger and larger jets of water and sand over to the reef cam. Eventually, it came right out and turned red to show that it was unhappy, and shot yet another blast of water and sand at the camera. This is another cool adaptation that octopus have: the ability to change color. Not only do they do this to communicate, in this instance turning red in anger and intimidation, but they also use it for camouflage. They have the ability to blend in with their environment, changing both their color and texture to hide from predators like moray eels, and also lie in wait for unsuspecting prey. The lack of a shell and skeleton lends itself well to another adaptation: the ability to change size and shape. The common octopus can squeeze into a hole as small as its beak, the only hard structure in the octopus's body. This was on full display when the octopus was tucked inside its den, contorting its body to fit into a relatively small space to try and hide, compared to when it had finally had enough of the reef cam in its territory. Not only did the octopus come out of its den and turn red, but it also enlarged its size greatly in another show of intimidation. As octopus are solitary animals, they use this display to scare off other octopus. They can accomplish this because their arms are made up of a network of longitudinal, transverse, and circular muscles that allow their arms to squash, stretch, twist, and rigidify on command. As this common octopus leaves its den, you can appreciate the size they can attain. Their main body can be 10 inches long, with each of their 8 arms reaching 1 meter in length. They can weigh up to 20 pounds, and they only live for 2 years. After the octopus left, I was surprised by the animal life that was present. The octopus den provided a microhabitat. There were quite a few small fish that came and went in and around the den, and to my surprise, there were quite a few hermit crabs inside the den itself. Now, while it made sense for there to be fish around, they may be able to pick up a few scraps of food left over by the octopus, it seemed dangerous for the hermit crabs to be in the presence of a predator like the octopus. But, being scavengers, the octopus den provided ample food and an abundance of snail shells for the hermit crabs to choose from as they grew. It's possible this is a perilous symbiotic relationship where the hermit crabs keep the octopus den clean, meanwhile they have access to a reliable food source and shells to call home. While snorkeling in Grand Cayman, we've been lucky to come across other common octopus. On one trip, we found one that called this conch shell home. Again, this displayed the octopus's shape-shifting ability, as it was able to contort its body into a small, narrow space, as well as being able to change color to mimic and hide in its surroundings. The common octopus's scientific name is Octopus vulgaris. It's an invertebrate animal, specifically a cephalopod, related to squid and cuttlefish. There are about 300 different species of octopus, and the common octopus can be found worldwide in tropical, subtropical, and temperate waters throughout the world. They live for 1 to 2 years, and they die after breeding. They have 8 arms, which can each be up to 1 meter long, and they can weigh 20 pounds. They are predators, which eat crabs, clams, oysters, and mussels, and they can incapacitate their prey with a neurotoxin. They have several adaptations that allow them to flourish, including high intelligence, the ability to change their body color and texture to communicate and camouflage themselves, and they can even change their body size to squeeze into very small spaces. Part chameleon, part shapeshifter, and 100% cool creature, the common octopus has adapted to life without a shell to flourish in its ocean habitat.